All right, welcome to an impromptu session here because I have a special announcement that I would like to make. The IEEE Electrical Safety Workshop just released an email for registration. So registration is now open for the Electrical Safety Workshop, and I just want to cover that for all of you and just give you a little update on what it's all about. Thomas Dimitrovich here. I am the Electrical Safety Workshop Chair for the 2022. Man, I can't believe it's 2020. It's going to be 2022 very shortly. So I want to go over some of the details about this great safety program opportunity for anybody in the electrical industry. So where is the Electrical Safety Workshop going to take place? It's going to take place in Jacksonville, Florida. If you are an IEEE member, if you've subscribed to the workshop information, I know Nihad El Sharif is our committee chair for that communications and our social media. So stay tuned on the IEEE website for information on the Electrical Safety Workshop. Nihad El Sharif is out there right now. Thanks for joining in, Nihad. I know you and I talked just moments ago. So I'm just bringing everybody up to date, let everybody know that the workshop is, registration is open. So it's going to be in Jacksonville, Florida at the Hyatt Regency Hotel. And again, the information should be down below in this post on my YouTube site. I believe we're hitting Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube and Twitter. So somewhere on those social media platforms, we should have the links. You should find that down below. More in Jacksonville, Florida, Hyatt Regency, and the hotel registration is also available there. So when? It is March 7th through 11th of next year, 2022. Now, I do want to highlight that March 7th, it's an important day. It's before, technically, the program is the 8th through the 11th. So if you should happen to take a look at the IEEE website, you'll see we're advertising 7th through 11th, but in reality and also on Sunday, which I believe is the 6th, if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to look at my calendar, but I believe that's the 6th. So Monday, I believe, is the 7th, and Tuesday is the 8th of March. I just want to double check that. Let's just double check. I'm going to make sure I've got these dates correct. Because last thing I need to do is have that month. So January, February. Okay, so March. Yeah, March 6th. There's also events on Sunday. You have the actually there's committee meetings, the Electrical Safety Committee, and those are closed. Those are by invitation only meetings. But Monday you have the IEEE Standards Working Group meetings. And there's a local tour involved as well. Now, on Monday, I do say it's, in my opinion, you would want to come in on a Sunday, spend the day on Monday going to the Standards Working Group meetings. If you are a person who goes to the Electrical Safety Workshop every year and you're not taking advantage of the Monday events, which includes the IEEE 1584, the incident energy calculation standard meetings occur. Other standards meetings, and you're going to want to stay tuned to hear the updates as we go. I'll try to do a weekly update for everybody so that you get an understanding of the progress around the Electrical Safety Workshop as it's being pulled together. I want to make sure you understand what's going on. So on the 7th, we have our standards meetings. You're going to want to, in my opinion, if you have never been to IEEE 1584, listen to the discussions and the debates and whatnot, take advantage of it. Take advantage of being at this meeting the day before and the opportunity to network with other electrical professionals who share your passion around electrical safety. So Monday, again, you have all of your committee meetings and your subcommittees meetings, and these are all open to everybody who's in attendance. Awesome, David Engelhardt. Yeah, I'm just going live really quick here. So March 7th through 11th, and now the 8th is the actual program. Now, in the morning on the 8th, we have tutorials. Again, you're going to want to stay tuned for more details on the scheduled of events and what those tutorials are. I have links down below, which will give you a flavor for the description of the tutorials. So check out those links on the Electrical Safety Workshop website. All those links are down below, up above, to the left or right, whichever. So you're going to want to check those out. We have student poster sessions as well. These are awesome because these are students, engineering students, who have put together an effort to create what we call posters. And they literally are. They're posters that we put out in the lobby area. And in most cases, this is right before the first time attendee get together. It's sort of a meet and greet session. They've got hors d'oeuvres, drinks, etc. You've got the posters laid out. You can communicate with posters and all that jazz. And David Engelhardt, yes. So we do. So this year, so remember last year, the Electrical Safety Workshop was completely virtual. Previous years, we never did anything electronically. These were in-person meetings. This year, we're taking somewhat of a slight, I don't want to necessarily use the word hybrid, because what we're going to do is we're going to have the in-person meeting the March 7th through 11th. It's really 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th. So those 3 days, we're going to have programs. We'll have the student sessions, etc. We're recording all of those. Then the following week, I believe Tuesday of the next week, and it will be open for about a month, you will be able to view any of those technical sessions, and we're going to be able to provide CEU credits for those of you wishing to get CEU credits for those online live event, or online, not live events, but recorded events that were recorded during the week of the in-person meetings. So we have the best of both worlds. If you attend in person, you'll be able to also access those videos so that when you go home and you realize, man, there was such a great presentation by, I don't know, let's take a look. We've got, you say, boy, there was a great presentation by Hugh Hoagland where he says specialty personal protective equipment for shock and arc flash protection, challenge accepted. So his program, you may say, boy, I want to watch Hugh Hoagland again. You're going to be able to do that. You're going to be able to review that and then share your knowledge with others in your organizations. So I'm going to be looking for feedback from everybody in regard to how you feel about this method, because if you like it, then we may be able to do this again in the future. Robert Leroy, thanks for joining. I'm telling you what, when it comes to electrical safety, I have a hard time expressing myself. So we're going to, there's just to give you some titles: Practice and Effectiveness of Equipotential Zones, Grounding, Safety, Reality, or Pipe Dream by George Cole. We have Brett Brenner, Characteristics. Brett Brenner, CEO of Electrical Safety Foundation International, ESFI, Characteristics of a Workplace Electrical Fatality. So Brett Brenner is going to review a workplace electrical fatality, and we're going to learn a lot from Brett and his organization. And if you don't know about ESFI, go to esfi.org and check them out. You're going to absolutely find out there's a wealth of information. Human Performance in Workplace Electrical Safety by Nihad El Sharif himself. You're going to get to watch Nihad in action. If you don't attend in person, you're going to be able to see it via video. So this is a workshop, and a lot of people see IEEE, Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers, and they think this is only for engineers. By far, if that's what you feel, you are wrong. And the reason I say that is because the Electrical Safety Workshop was stemmed from a need or a desire to share best practices when it comes to electrical safety. And I'm telling you, it is for this, these sessions are for anybody in the electrical industry. You do not need to be an electrical engineer to benefit from the content in these sessions. So when is March 7th through 11th? And I'm getting ahead of myself. So where? Jacksonville, Florida, in person. Jacksonville, Florida. I think I already said that. And I want to make sure I emphasize this. There is a video or a virtual registration. If you want to watch the videos of the events, still get CEU credits, then you can sign up for only that aspect of the event. But if you do come to Jacksonville, Florida, which I hope I see you there, I hope we can break bread, talk electrical safety, and enjoy great discussions around safety in Jacksonville, Florida. Hopefully I will see you there. If you do attend, you will also have access to those videos after the fact. So it is the Electrical Safety Workshop. These are workshops. We will have student focus sessions. We will also have on Monday morning, or I'm sorry, Tuesday morning, tutorials. And the tutorials, you can go to the Electrical Safety Workshop website, and I'm going to just share that with you now. So if you go to the Electrical Safety Workshop website, I'm going to be in front of here. Let me take me out of the picture. All right. So if you go to you'll see that there is the ESW program, and NEHAD is working on this website, and it will continue to grow. We have tutorials. So let's take a look at the tutorials. On Tuesday, we have Lanny Floyd himself applying power of prevention through design in your electrical safety program. Tuesday, March 8th, 8 o'clock. Again, these are running in session with each other. We have construction site safety, tools for coordinating with all trades. So no matter what trade you're in, if you understand a job sites can be quite complex and complicated, coordination of your safe work practices and tools is critical for all trades on site. Remember, if you think about NFPA 70E, and I know everybody out there has a copy of NFPA 70E readily available, like I thought I had. But if you go to Annex, I believe it's Annex K of 70E. Yep, informative Annex K of 70E reminds us that, and it uses the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, that electrical burns, electrical shock, over 40% of all electrical fatalities in the U.S. involved overhead power lines. And when you look at the number of injuries, there are an enormous amount of injuries and deaths from electricity of those outside of the electrical trade. Plumbers, HVAC, anybody else on that job site. So these events are for anybody in the trade, in the industry. Even if you're not an electrical professional, it's great to understand electrical hazards, and we talk about it here at the Electrical Safety Workshop. So we have capacitor principles and application of NFPA 70E Annex R. We have system grounding methods for petroleum and chemical facilities, resistance grounding benefits. We have electrical safety management this is Renee Grades, Lanny Floyd, and Mike Dougherty. The tutorial provides examples of how to implement the requirements of 70E and Z462 with Then within the context of the essential elements of safety management system standards, the result will be a more effective electrical safety program that incorporates proven principles of safety management systems. I'm telling you, you're listening to leaders in the electrical industry, people who have not just written and talked about electrical safety, they lived it. They have the examples, they have the experience under their belt to help you understand what works and what doesn't work. And these individuals are bringing that to you here at the Electrical Safety Workshop. So check out the website with regard to the tutorials. You'll also going to want to look at the program abstracts. So we have our program abstracts on the website. So you have best practices to consider when creating and streamlining a company electrical safety standard. We have specialty PPE for shock and arc flash protection. Hugh Hoagland, if you have never witnessed Hugh Hoagland in his, you think I have passion around electrical safety. I don't compare to Hugh Hoagland. Hugh is a great speaker. He's got a personality that will draw you into his presentations. He has a way of delivering messages that I believe you'll understand, and he complements a lot of what he does with videos and great graphics. So Hugh, you're not going to want to miss Hugh Hoagland's presentation on PPE for shock and arc flash. Looks like he's accepted the challenge. So I'm interested in hearing that one. And then we have Nihad and Mike Doherty talking about human performance in workplace electrical safety. Nihad pairs himself up with some great individuals. Nihad and I did one. Remember that, Nihad? Or a couple, I think, at least. Holmes Law. We've got, so Robert from Omaha, who interacts with electricity, drop cords, toasters. Yeah, absolutely. If you can read a book at night, thank an electrician. The registration indicates March 8th through 11th. That's true, David. And that's the technical program. So the technical program is the 8th through the 11th. But as I said earlier, on the 7th, if you're going to actually be in person, this is for those who are going to go to Jacksonville, Florida. You're going to want to show up a day early because on the 7th, that's when IEEE 1584 meets and other standards development technical bodies. And I'll tell you what, if you go to the Electrical Safety Workshop annually, there's criteria. You can be in the book for IEEE 1584 if you attend those meetings regularly. They vote at these meetings. If you, I believe you have to be at 3 meetings consecutively or 2 meetings consecutively, and the 3rd meeting you are a part. You can get those details when you show up on the 7th next year. So you're, in my opinion, you will want to be there on the 7th if you're going to go in person. Those sessions will not be recorded. So you're not going to be able to watch IEEE 1584 discussions or participate with those remotely. The recorded sessions are going to be the technical sessions on the 8th through the 11th. Those are the ones that you're going to be able to have access to if you don't physically go to the meeting in Jacksonville, Florida. Like I said, we're going to do a little bit of, I don't like to use the word hybrid because it implies that we're doing virtual and in person at the same time. We're going to do the in-person meetings first. We're going to record those, and then they're going to be available online. And if you purchase the online portion, then you'll be able to attend online. All right, so let's just do this. So that's the Electrical Safety Workshop. It occurs every year. I have details for registration down below or up above, depending upon what social media platform. Nihad El Sharif is working on the website, so I will be I will go live specifically for the Electrical Safety Workshop, and I created a channel on my YouTube channel. I created a I think they call it a playlist. I'm creating a playlist on my YouTube channel so that you can just subscribe to that playlist or click that playlist. I can't remember how you do it, but you just do it. But anyway, get out there to my YouTube site. Remember to subscribe to it. Hit the bell. I will be going live weekly just to give everybody an update on the Electrical Safety Workshop. And maybe I'll try to get some presenters with me to talk a little bit about their programs. And maybe Nihad, you and I can do that. And the dynamic duo, hopefully we'll be back. That's me and Nihad El Sharif. We'll be back at the 2023 Electrical Safety Workshop. God willing, and the creek don't rise, and we will be hopefully working together again. So please check out the Electrical Safety Workshop website. Registration is now open. We are hoping this is going to be another great event. Coming off of COVID, coming off of a virtual meeting only last year. Kevin Lippert was the chair last year. So this year we're hoping to do this in person. I think it all looks positive. Knock on wood. And we're going to have another great event talking about electrical safety. The titles of the papers and whatnot, take a look at the website. Take a look at the content. And I'll tell you, it's the best. It is the best. From an electrical safety perspective, and cutting edge technologies, etc. You will be able to plug into safety. You'll be able to plug in and feel safe about it, Robert. So please, consider it as part of your. It's as part of a way to kick off next 2022. Can't believe 2022. Gosh darn it! That's just incredible. It's 2022 in a few weeks. It's just amazing. So anyway, check out the website. Registration is open. We have a great lineup of program for everybody. I'm just going to really quickly. I just want to take a look at some of these some of the content here. So just to give you. You got electrical shock hazards beyond 50 and 60 hertz. Okay, so the effects of shock from AC power frequencies 50 and 60 and from DC has been studied for a century, and thresholds for safety are now clearly defined in worker safety standards. However, shock thresholds for other frequencies and waveforms are not clearly stated in our safety standards. This includes frequencies of sub 1 hertz to 3 kilohertz. Other than 50, 60 hertz, radio frequencies, 3 kilohertz to 100 megahertz, and mixed waveforms, 400 hertz. And you'll say, why would I care about that? And I'll tell you where this relates to some of the stuff that we're looking at right now in the electrical code. Remember, we expanded GSCI protection to outdoor outlets, and we have the HVAC industry stating unwanted tripping issues with GFCIs. And we have identified that in some cases it's 60 hertz, in some cases it's higher frequency leakage currents that are going outside of the path, and these GFCIs are seeing that. And that's a big question in the industry today is, can I just ignore frequencies above a certain kilohertz or a certain hertz frequency? Will it hurt me? Will it not hurt me? Well, I'll tell you what, for one, this guy is really interested in hearing about electrical shock hazards beyond 50, 60 hertz and DC. So I'm going to love to see about what's going on with this IEEE paper. And this is being put on by Lloyd Gordon, Joseph Bradley, Jesse Leichte, and Tommy Martinez. So again, leaders in electrical safety talking about something that you probably don't hear about every day. Wearable-based monitoring system for linemen in power utilities to mitigate workplace health and safety risks. This is an interesting paper. The proposed work comprises wearable sensing devices attached to PPE, personal protective equipment, and tools to manage risks of linemen in power utilities. So here's the thing. When you watch these IEEE papers and you hear the dialogue and the questions, especially if you're in person, you can go to the microphone and ask the authors questions. I would love to hear more dialogue around wearing sensors on your person as part of your personal protective equipment, maybe to warn you of a hazard, maybe to tell you if you're wearing or not wearing the right PPE. I remember being at a location. There was a vendor who was demonstrating something and showing me some of the newest technology, and there was a card reader and a door. And I swiped my badge, and the door wouldn't open. And he said, "Hold on." He gave me a hard hat and safety glasses. And he says, "Now swipe your badge." And I swiped my badge, and it would let the door open. So there was a video camera on the person who's swiping their badge to get into a door, and it was looking at your person to determine whether or not you had the right personal protective equipment. If you didn't have your hard hat and goggles on, you could not open that door. Tell me that's not pretty cool. Now, this paper is looking at other ways to use sensor technology on the person. I can't wait to hear this IEEE paper presented. How about assessing the electrical risks in electric vehicle repair? Now, there's a shocker for you. Think about, now, remember, NFPA did a program on safety for the first responders. When you're responding to, say, an electric vehicle accident, how do you address electrical safety? This individual, Visa Linya Oho, I hope I said that correctly, basically is looking at what happens if you're working on electric vehicles. They have 300 to 800 volts on board, and you've got to be able to understand how to work on a vehicle, an electric vehicle, safely. How about Electrical Safety Worldwide by Lord Gordon and Jesse Lakety? Over the past 120 years, electrical safety design and safe work practice standards have evolved around the world. In some cases, they are similar, and in other cases, interesting variations have been observed. So it sounds like this one is going to look at safety across from a global perspective. What are the codes and standards saying with regard to safety? The US, Canada, India, Brazil, Costa Rica, IEEE broadened involvement in electrical safety to embrace electrical safety worldwide. So they're going to look at Russia, Brazil, China, Japan, wind, chemical, transportation, European Union, Brazil, Russia, Japan, and China. They're going to discuss cultural differences that may affect electrical safety. I'm looking forward to this one. How about design considerations to enhance participant engagement around electrical injury risk and professional training and education resources? Lanny Floyd and Anna Floyd, his daughter. I know Anna, great person. She and I and a few others did an IEEE paper a while ago about it was basically, and I'm still on this. I'm going to get on my. I could get on my soapbox here about creating a standard like LEED. I call it the LEED equivalent for safety. I was calling it Leadership in Safety Through Design listed, and we did an IEEE paper together. Anna Floyd and I. Anna looked at the. She's a psychologist. She's a doctor, and she's really great with regard to helping people understand why they do what they do and whatnot. So Anna Floyd and Lanny Floyd, that ought to be a great pair to watch. How about NFPA 70E 2024 proposed changes by Paul Dabrowski? If there's any reason to attend this, whether it be the recorded sessions or the live sessions, 70E 2024 proposed changes by Paul Dabrowski. Awesome. You're going to want to participate in that one. Beat him up. He's on the committee. You know, if there's anything wrong, blame it on him. Tell him fix it. How about hidden danger, reducing residual risk in your electrical safety program, an effective means of tracking ground sets? How about this one? David Pace and Diana Jones. With all the effort, why are electrical fatalities not trending down? An investigation of contributing factors. You know, I've heard this before. We say we're doing all of these things. We have all these requirements in the code, but we're not seeing the significant trends that we would expect. Maybe Diana and David Pace have some ideas that we can take away from. Single phase arc flash incident energy computation. Single phase. So if you have a desire to understand how to do a single phase arc flash incident energy calculation, you're going to want to come to the IEEE Electrical Safety Workshop, and you hear what Kenneth and Nafisa have to say about doing that. Normal operating condition examined, L. Havens, practice of effectiveness of equipotential zone, grounding safety by George Cole. Oh man, I'm telling you, the technical programs, bar none, they are the best in the industry. Cutting edge information. A lot of things that you'll hear at the Electrical Safety Workshop. In some cases, whether it be a new product, new methods, IEEE 1584 came out of this group. So you'll want to make sure that if you can, if it is humanly possible, that you attend the IEEE Electrical Safety Workshop. I don't even know what the prices are. You can check out the registration. The link is down below. Information is down below. Make sure you bookmark the website because we will continue to develop the website. We're going to start meeting in January. We typically meet monthly as a committee. Again, as I mentioned earlier, I'm chairing this year's workshop, but it's really the team that is doing all the work. I mean, and I'm usually a part of the team. And it just so happens I was asked to chair it this for this next year, but it's going to be a great event. And I tell you, if you're in the electrical industry and you care about electrical safety, I think this is a good one. This is a good one to watch and attend. So I just wanted to at least let you know registration is open and it is available. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all in Jacksonville, Florida next March. And I will, again, I'm going to be doing these videos to give you an update weekly up until March 7th through 11th. All right. That's all I got to say for today. Thank you for joining in. Thanks for what you do for the electrical industry. Thanks for what you do for electrical safety. Nihad El Sharif, Holmes Law, David Englehart, Robert from Omaha, Robert Leroy, thank you very much for joining in. And Nihad El Sharif, thanks for joining in. Sophie Randall, Barktech, thanks for joining in and sharing. And hopefully we will see you soon. So thanks again. Take care, stay safe, and remember, please, by all means, stay healthy. Until next week, or if you are going to watch don't forget to subscribe to the IAEI's YouTube channel. Tomorrow, I'm going to do a live session talking about holiday safety. So you're going to want to tune in for that one. And I will be doing my Q&A Friday this Friday. So at noon Eastern. Thanks again. Stay safe and please stay healthy.